Carson got exposed for being a
pedo.
He wasn't exposed by some random girl on Twitter. He was exposed by 2 YouTubers and close friends of his. Before we start talking about this, please keep in mind these are just allegations. But the chances of these allegations being true are very, very high. These 2 YouTubers went on drama alert to put their entire reputation on the line in order to expose this really big, influential and if this ends up being fake, their careers are gone. So what happened? 2 people named Bugbox and Trade, who were members of a podcast group Call Me Carson and Lunch Club, went on drama alert and testified that Call Me Carson
Wake up.
What was I doing again? Oh yeah. Reminiscing.
I'm not joking. Always has that pop up on his school computer, checking his numbers. Like, he wants to be YouTube famous, you know? And so do I. That's why I'm making this video.
Jesus. My head. Oh.
Kuda drama.
What?
You're going to want to make another video.
What do you mean?
It's happening again.
Kuda drama. I guess we should see if that's really true. What? No. 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 No.
Oh boy, ladies, gentlemen, Muda fans, Kuda fans, Bald and Bankrupt fans, Carson fans, welcome to my expose. It's been a lot of revisions to the script, a lot of tweaking that probably could be adjusted a bit further, but I've spent a lot of time on this already, so I just wanted to say that for all this time thinking about my stance on this, it's all been for the good of humanity. This video has been a long time coming, and I guess the recent situation has really broken the straw on the camel's back, even though it was 2 weeks ago already. I've been resurrected from the dead to make a true sequel to my original Kuda video, and this one being actually scripted and thought out and researched to some extent. Now, before I get started, I need to clarify a few things. Kuda is my friend. Now, hey, don't you fucking dislike the video yet. Let me explain. I'm not just gonna throw him under the bus and act like every other commentary YouTuber. I'm not just gonna cancel him. I'm gonna use this video as a base for well, stating the good, the bad, and the ugly, even though there isn't any good. But it's constructive criticism is what it is. And after all, it's a word that gets heavily misused in the platform nowadays. I told him that this specifically is going to highlight what he's done wrong and that it needs fixing. I've even taken part in some small bit of this, and I need to take responsibility for my part in this drama, so Kuda isn't the only sinner here is what I'm trying to say. If you don't know, KudatheNerd is a commentary channel that makes short 2 to 10 minute content on what's new every month in the scope of this toxic wasteland of a website. He's been around every few years, and to be quite honest, I think his content fucking sucks. I don't need to sugarcoat it. He's a commentary YouTuber. All of you guys are pretty much the same as the last, just more douchey and pretentious as the other. What makes Kuda so different is the fact that he's a lot younger than current channels and has a lot more balls to have bigger takes than bigger YouTubers might actually give a rat's ass about. You just have to look in between the crevices of small videos to find things like political opinions and small offhanded accusations that contradict themselves moments later.
Call Me Carson got exposed for being a
pedo.
Please keep in mind these are just allegations, but the chances of these allegations being true are very, very high.
Something big happens, Kuda gets hyped up to put out the information that sometimes his disconjoined little opinion slips through, or sometimes he just does it on purpose when he's confident enough. The thing that makes all of you people pathetic is you're all falling for the classic commentary bait. Big statement, big thumbnail, and then you actually watch the video and you find yourself dissatisfied and accepting of your wasted time, or extremely upset that you didn't hear the right opinion in. I'm sure all of you will be surprised when you hear about the first and debatably biggest controversy.
Alright. Script's almost done.
Yes, good.
Isn't this what you wanted me to do? Right?
What we had to do.
What we had to do.
But do you fail to see that this is about more than just a video?
What do you mean more than just a video?
We must find Kuda.
Find him?
He is the root of the problem, and once we get rid of him, there will be nothing that can stop us from the algorithm using it for whatever we want.
We need to talk about this somewhere else.
We need to stop ignoring this.
I know someone who can help us. Let me make a call.
Now, this is the beginning of a pattern of really stupid shit blown out of proportion when it comes to things surrounding Kuda's channel, which is something the commentary community is really big into doing nowadays. Here's the context. Bald and Bankrupt is a bald guy who goes on a lot of field trips. A year ago, he was in some deep allegations about a forum website he was on, but the problem was his accuser used the text-to-speech app for all of his videos, making him extremely unappealing and highly suspicious. So Kuda basically just decided to make a video stating all of Nicodemus's points in a clear, concise, short video that sits at a whopping 500,000 views. Seriously, watch the video. There's not really any pointing figures except for the 3 classic Kuda sins. Title, thumbnail, opening statement.
Bald and Bankrupt has just been exposed.
Nothing ever came of the allegations. Bald and Bankrupt kind of just moved on with his life, but Kuda caught all of the flack and still does to this very day. I watched a recent live stream and some people just come in, mention this drama from a year ago, and call him like the worst person ever, try to start an argument, and then they'll leave. I don't have any like evidence for this or whatever because I didn't bother to take screenshots at the time, but it's funny, you know, if Kuda ever live streams, if you don't want to watch for like his sake, just wait in there maybe, and I am willing to bet that at least 1 or 2 people will walk in there just to fucking hate. It's funny. The problem with this transgression is that it really wasn't even a transgression at all. Kuda himself never directly makes any inflammatory statements in the video against Bald and Bankrupt other than the opening statement. He pretty much just states what happened and what the consequences could be if it is true. I understand that to a lot of people who don't watch the full videos, it seems like Kuda's going to accuse this guy of something big because he seems very misleading. But Jesus Christ, some fans are a little over the top. This actually made me feel really bad for you. Your life must really suck. Bald and Bankrupt is infinitely more interesting than this wannabe no-lifer. Like, shit, you could just tell nobody actually watched the video and only saw the first 2 minutes and thought, my lord and savior, Bald King has been insulted. This is blasphemy. Like, it's crazy what people will do for the name of their favorite celebrities. The reason why this is important is because this is sort of the seed for why all of his videos are just disproportionately disliked. Like, this is the reasoning for the title of my last video. Kudas may still be a growing channel, but his reputation was tainted from the very start by a ravenous fan base.
Hey, Choom.
Hey, heard you were looking to put a hit on someone.
Particular individual. KudatheNerd.
Alright then, what's in it for me?
Pay you in fine scat. Double the amount as last time.
Lucky for you, I got some fine intel that just came in. Come inside.
Now, the year to come was slow for Kuda. 2020 was not kind to anyone, and for Kuda, it was being showed in his ratings. Controversies seemed to just kind of come up and fade, and Kuda was just back in the carbon copy commentary loop. Videos like his only seemed to be watched when it came to exposing small YouTube scam ads and fake people in the gaming community, which landed him success in building his reputation back up, but he never healed from it. In each success, where comments were generally positive, the dislike ratios always were the same. They always seemed to fall behind. Fans wouldn't live this channel down. For some reason, they just kept coming back. Either way, it fed into the energy that Kuda has nowadays. This is around the same time period that I made my first video on him. That video admittedly being a joke video. I didn't actually hate him, and I never really have, but stuff I did point out in that video is the type of behavior that he had right after the Bald Bankrupt controversy. He always kept checking Social Blade at school, always seemed to be ready to make a video about something popular going on. At least until things slowed down in 2020, and it really came to bite him back in the ass later hand, very late this year. Now, for the moment you all have been waiting for. If you somehow don't know what's going on, here's the lowdown. Funny Band Kid got told on by his friends because they were uncomfortable with his actions. These friends didn't give enough information to the great gnome of accusation, so the commentary community went up in arms and called this Funny Band Kid a pedo. Then we found out the age gap. And suddenly, Band Kid is not a pedo anymore, and now the commentary community is basically the first episode of Attack on Titan Season 4. Sure, we get it. He may not be a pedo because of the 1917 age gap, but sure does have a fucking problem with abusing power. If you really want to know the extent of uncomfortableness that this situation just leaks of, you know, I think it would be the best to watch Jayschlatts' video. He's had a really close relationship with Carson in the past, and I trust that he knows what he's talking about when he's talking about the situation. The thing that I'm not going to do is argue whether this information should have stayed private or not, because regardless of whether it's private or public, using your internet fame to fuck fans is still immoral and disgusting. Am I saying that Carson should be canceled? No. He's proven to be a delightful content creator and a collaborator to most people, but the dude really needs some professional help, and probably needs to stay off of YouTube for at least a little while. But this video is about Kuda, right? When this situation started coming about, Kuda was in the Keemstar boat. He felt betrayed that Carson could ever do such a thing because he defended him in a video not too long ago.
I kind of feel betrayed. I made a video when the whole Caterino thing happened with Call Me Carson, where he got cheated on by that girl. I made a video defending him. I just kind of feel dumb now because he's a piece of trash. But
as if he owes you anything, Kuda. You're just some random dude on the internet. Now, in this video, he never directly calls Carson a pedo, only doing so in his intro statement as usual and in his title and thumbnail. There are some pretty big claims, though, and they're meant to be so in order to catch the eye of the viewer. Problem is that the content is in the actual video, and more people are going to be inflamed by the statement more than anything else.
But I will say this, he hasn't issued a response yet to this. We have to wait for more information, and then when we have all the information, we can make an educated decision on the entire situation.
Now, our good old chum, Some Ordinary Gamers, picked this up and made a tweet about Kuda's video. Now, I don't have any problem with this tweet, other than the fact that it's super evident that Mudahar fell for the commentary bait. Just took one look at the title and decided to make a tweet about it. The situation just sucks donkey balls, you know, because on one hand, you have people who are going to look at the thumbnail and immediately form their opinion. But on the other hand, this issue could have been completely avoided if you made a less inflammatory thumbnail, you know? Although that would sacrifice view count, wouldn't it? After this tweet brought about a large amount of backlash, Kuda created an apology video, I guess you can call it, which addressed the mistakes he made, and he promptly took atonement for his sins and stated the information on the Carson situation, even managing to be his second most viewed video on his channel. However, there's some things actually that he tries to justify that just fall off in the grand scheme of morality. And ultimately, it lands him a striking blow in the balance of likes to dislikes, as per usual.
Is the title and thumbnail of the video, because they were extremely clickbaity. My response to this is that this is just how YouTube is. You have to have really good clickbaity thumbnails in order to succeed on this platform. I know that this thumbnail may be a little bit insensitive to you, but this is what you have to do to compete in YouTube's current landscape, where click-through rate is everything.
After this response, several large YouTubers, including Muda, continued to lampoon him for that said justification. Now, you can take this in a myriad of different ways, but one honest truth is that Kuda is actually kind of right. Other than pure luck of someone finding your content, the best way to be found on the commentary side of YouTube is to be creative and unique in your own form. Or you take the easy route. Post things that catch the eye of others. It isn't really an excuse for posting inflammatory thumbnails like the Carson one. But instead of giving an actual intelligent response, Muda just proceeds to act like a child and call him a troglodyte. And this is what sparked Kuda's third video, being that of a kind of a meme video joking on the fact that Muda and another YouTuber, Augie RFC, have participated in a similar clickbait tactic. Then proceed to lampoon Kuda using their massive platforms to project harassment. And now here's where I come into this situation. I was actually the one who okayed this video for publishing. I'm only releasing these DMs because it's just a confirmation that he was the one that came to me about it, and admittedly, I made a mistake. Watching it, I thought it was pretty funny seeing this kind of hypocrisy going on, and even though a thumbnail of a dead body, a thumbnail of just a person, and a thumbnail labeling someone as a pedo are all different from each other, they came from the same intention, being this figure is going to catch the attention of viewers. Here's how I see the video. Muda's pretty high on his horse for calling Kuda a troglodyte, for giving a valid, albeit morally questionable reason for why clickbait exists in the landscape as ravenously as it does. But this is just a good indicator for why you aren't one to talk, Muda. And don't you try and argue to me that it was pretty obvious that this wasn't a dead body, because you yourself said that you thought the channel was legit.
You tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. I saw a live toad get his mouth, like, fucking shut. So that was an interesting topic, might I ask.
If that was an ironic statement, then you're pretty shit at irony. Do I think it's a dead body? No, probably not. But Muda stating that he thinks there's a possibility of it being real is a perfect example of the hypocrisy that's going on. With all that being said, I barely think it's just something to really get pissed about, because it's not like this video is hurting anybody. I just think it's funny that in the video Muda believes it's real and posts it in the thumbnail believing that it's real. As for Augie, Kuda states that he also used Carson for views, not even mentioning him for a full 40 minutes in the video until towards the end, while Kuda's evidence for him using this clickbait is pretty shallow and probably won't get him anywhere in the argument. It's Augie's statement response that is borderline fucking retarded.
I'm literally only doing this on my fucking massive platform because I fucking tower over you just so nobody takes you ever seriously ever again. Alright, I'm gonna personally make sure you never fucking grow on YouTube. Wow. Fuck you.
Okay.
This guy absolutely spurgs out for something that isn't even a big deal, something that isn't even his problem, for one thing. The real problem here stems from, like, what he said.
I'm literally only doing this on my fucking massive platform because I fucking tower over you just so nobody takes you ever seriously ever again. Alright, I'm gonna personally make sure you never fucking grow on YouTube.
Oh, you're gonna use your massive platform to make sure Kuda never grows? Pretty sure that's against YouTube's policies to harass someone using your audience. Reading it now, it's actually an offense that you can get demonetized for, but Augie will probably never atone for these sins because this is just a Twitch clip and it's not a YouTube clip. And with an ego like that, I doubt he's gonna take responsibility for saying something like that, regardless of who you're saying it to. I get where he's coming from. Kuda's very good at pissing people off, but holy shit, man. Take an estrogen pill, I can smell the unbridled testosterone coming from you. This whole situation just starts getting more complicated as Boogie lends his 2 cents, and Comment Cop does the same. Actually, making a little note here, I think Comment Cop was the first one to bring this video to attention, so I have things set up straight. It's all pretty much just a big shit pile of a situation. When everyone sees something stupid, they all collectively laugh at it, and that's just how the commentary community works. That's how a lot of communities work. Kuda's already moved on with it. He's on the dream hype train now, and most of his accusers, I hate that word, I'm gonna say persecutors, have deemed it unworthy of making it a topic on this video, and I think they're right in doing so. It's a waste of energy criticizing one of the many responsible for the misunderstanding about the Carson situation without going over the entire issue itself.
I feel like whenever a new situation comes out, those YouTubers that just want to take any opportunity to make a drama, they'll just take it up and just make a video on it. For example, KudatheNerd. While yes, you could have made the argument that Kuda over here was just trying to explain the situation, as well as got angry that a person he defended was caught in the situation. But once again, he could have waited and waited for the situation to grow more as more information comes out, or Colin Carson makes that response.
As just said by our good pal Killzone, whether it can be argued that all of this was just stating the facts or a greedy attempt to farm views, you, the viewer, are ultimately your own word of reason. I just wanted to bring all of this into a comprehensive video that actually coherently talks about the problem of Kuda and all of these other YouTubers. In the end, it's all just a bunch of little baby boy bickering, you know, calling each other names for clout. It's the reason why the commentary community is so fucking terrible. To be honest, I'm really tired of it. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Kuda, I challenge you to a 1v1 in Zombies Cranked. Highest round wins. If I win, you post a response with the title saying KudatheNerd is a pedo. You win, I post a video shitting my pants. With that challenge issued, I am leaving you guys off with the conclusion to the Kuda Punk saga.
Hey kid, you should be right around the corner. No, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Dream
What?
is the best Minecraft YouTuber there ever.
What?
You're stupid. You're an idiot.
Shit! We're too late.
Stop talking over me. You're an idiot.
Hey,
That's
wake
me.
up, wake up.
What the? What's going on? What's going on? What? Hey man, where am I?
You were trapped in the net. I'm a student Kuda Potty here.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, he made me a Discord moderator because his Discord sucks. And I got trapped in the server and he made me watch all of his videos on repeat.
Shit. Now we're never gonna find him.
Before he threw me in, he used his overwhelming, massive land whale weight to trap me in there. He told me that he was going somewhere.
Where?
YouTube headquarters.
Shit. Looks like we got more than just a channel to burn.
I could pay you in fine scat.
You're so close. Why did you give up?
I forget.
But that dude.
Wake the fuck up, mommy. I pissed the bed. Wake the fuck up, Samurai. You gotta channel the bird.
Okay.